Hey guys, welcome to the other side of the coin. Now, I want to talk about our really good performance against Crystal Palace yesterday and how important that 3 points was. I want to touch base on some of the performances of the players that caught my eye specifically, and I really want to highlight them. And I want to talk about another particular topic which I think we should all consider. I want to touch that right at the end of this video. So first of all, the importance of that 3 points. As I said in my preview video just before the match started, that winning the 3 points in this match was so crucial. You know, getting that 3 points before the international break and having that really good, you know, feel-good feeling and that confidence factor oozing, it was really important. The way we controlled that match from start till the end. Yes, first half we didn't have a goal, but you know, by no means we were ever in trouble. We had all the possession. Yes, we only created probably a couple of clear-cut chances in the first half, but there was no serious sort of concerns in defense at all. We were absolutely watertight. Second half, obviously, as what the fans wanted, and I'm pretty sure this is what Frank has asked for as well. A lot more quickness in passing, more zip, more direct, one-touch passing. And I guess this is where we missed Jorginho's vision and his tempo that he creates in the middle. But Kovacic did a fantastic job, and so did a few other players. And now I want to touch on those few other players, and let's work ourselves from defense to offense. First of all, I want to talk about, well, Kepa was really a spectator in the match, so not much to say there. Zouma and Tomori are creating an absolute dynamic partnership at the moment. You know, their chemistry is growing. Both of them are so strong together in defense. You know, they're not letting anything go by. They're quick. They're absolutely ruthless in tackling. Clearance is just so fantastic, and they're getting so much better and better in with the ball. The way they pass, the way they, you know, drive the ball forward. So kudos to them. I really want to emphasize this particular player, Reece James. He had Wilfried Zaha in his pocket the whole match, and not just that. You know, he was superb going forward. You know, he showed so much strength. It was as if it wasn't even at all, you know, it didn't bother him one bit in terms of physicality. He was just going up and down the flanks. Just no concern, no physical sort of strain. He wasn't huffing or puffing. Yeah, his crossing was brilliant, but most importantly, he kept things so astute in right back, so, you know, strong. I honestly can't recall any situation where Zaha got away from him. And many times, you know, he intercepted, and, you know, his link-up play was fantastic as well. So I think Aspi is going to have a hard time coming back now after a performance like that. It's going to be difficult, and it was interesting that Frank, you know, he mentioned post-match that he's spoken to Aspi about it, and you know, Aspi knows that this day was coming along where Reece was going to get his opportunity, and Frank said, you know, Reece has been training really well, and he's been putting some really good performances, and much deserved start. And I honestly can't see how you drop him now against Man City. And more than anything, you'd want Reece James to play against Man City. You need a quick right back, someone who can go forward and backwards and keep things tight, and someone who can put in some really decent crosses as well. So overall, fantastic effort from Reece James against Crystal Palace. Emerson, look, you know, no complaints at all. It wasn't as if he was lighting it up in the left side, but he kept it very tight, and, you know, it was so much more quicker than Alonso, and his link-up play is so much better. So keep that up. Obviously, he's still just coming back from injury, so I'm pretty sure his game is going to get better and better. But nonetheless, you know, keeping it tight and being able to support going forward is, you know, so much more of an upgrade from Alonso's play, I suppose. In the middle, look, in the first half, I did feel that Jorginho was missing. His vision, as I said, his one-touch passing was missing, his tempo was missing. But in the second half, Kovacic and Kante really picked it up. Not that they didn't pick it up in the first half. Kovacic specifically was fantastic in the first half, but I think Kante wasn't really there in the first half. In the second half, he picked it up a lot more. He was a lot closer to Kovacic, a little bit sitting a bit deeper, where he can, is allowed to, build up and take the ball and drive forward. Kovacic, obviously, we all know his iconic drives, and specifically that assist from Willian to Tammy's goal, our first goal. Kovacic was the one who created that really good drive and that pass to Willian, where Willian one-touch passes it to Tammy. So, yeah, fantastic effort from Kovacic. A standout performance for me has been Willian. You guys would have all seen, who follows me on football Twitter. I mentioned, Willian was my man of the match. I even posted an appreciation post for him just a moment ago. I did a thread on him on all the little aspects of the game that I've noticed him against Crystal Palace. I wanted to highlight that. For me, that was his best performance of the season so far. The way he was driving forward, the way he was clinical with his passes predominantly. Yes, he made some errors here and there, but he was very, very clinical. Probably should have had another assist with Pulisic's first chance in the first half, but nonetheless, he got his assist with Tammy. And overall, I loved his game yesterday. It was beautiful. Pulisic, what can I say? For me, he was definitely a very close second to Willian's performance. I know a lot of people think Pulisic probably performed a lot better, but for me, Willian was the best, and Pulisic not that far away from it either. Once again, Pulisic so clinical in driving the ball forward, the way he can cut in, cut out. He's so nimble with his feet. It's fantastic. It's almost as if, we're not missing Hazard. We've got a fine player with Pulisic. Yes, he's not in that Hazard caliber at the moment, but he's an absolutely decent player, to be honest. He's a very, very good player. Tammy, now, here's the thing with Tammy. I don't think he had the best game, but what I really liked about him is that even when he doesn't have the best game, he's been able to put away the goal. I think this is a trait of a really good striker, when you're quiet and not everything is falling for you, but you can still come out and put away that chance when given. And he had one chance and he put it away, which was fantastic. Great finish as well. So Tammy, keep it up. That's 10 goals in the Premier League. Wow, November, 10 goals. Oh man, this guy, if he can continue like this, I think we're going to win a lot more games with him. Mason Mount, for me, he didn't light it up, but at the same time, he wasn't poor either. He had moments where he was pressing really, really well. He won some really key free kicks in dangerous areas. So overall, it was a decent effort from him. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic effort, because I've seen him play so much better. But it was definitely a decent performance. Nothing to complain about. Nothing to overly praise about as well. But it was really, really good team effort. So yeah, overall, I think we played a really, really good game against generally a strong opponent, and yeah, we've kept them really quiet. I honestly cannot recall where they've ever made us, think twice that they were going to score. So, having said that, now coming to the last part. Momentarily, we were second in the ladder, in the table. Sorry, I can't say ladder. Apparently, that's not something people in England say. So yeah, momentarily we were second in the table. And of course, when Leicester won, we dropped back to third, and we've got the Man City match against Liverpool later today. But I want to say, I feel like we're in the title race now. I know it's still early days, and that's probably not our objective. To be in the top four is probably the first priority, which is fine, and I get that. It's very understandable, Frank's first season, but I feel like if we can create an upset against Man City, and it would be an upset because they should be the favourites, I think we might be in a bit of a title race. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see what happens today with Man City and Liverpool's match. I'm hoping Manchester City wins against Liverpool so that, you know, the gap doesn't widen with us and Liverpool. And we've got Man City next up, so even if they win today, hopefully we can beat them next, you know, after the international break, and bridge that gap even more. So it's gonna be. I honestly feel we're in a bit of a title race, and I'm so pleasantly surprised and excited that Frank, in his first season, with all the obstacles that he has, transfer ban being the biggest one, and losing some key players with Eden Hazard. He's done a fantastic job with this youth, and I'm even more excited the fact that he's getting a lot out of the senior players, which is what makes it even more special. The likes of Azpilicueta and Willian, you know, they're performing so well. So yeah, I think fans should really get excited about this. If we are in, you know, not that far away from the top of the table by the end of December, and hopefully we get the transfer ban removed for January, I say we go and buy at least 2 to 3 players to really push for this title challenge. And wow, I can't even imagine what the stake would be at that moment if this is the case that we're going for the title. But yeah, as I said, it's early days, but we should keep this in the back of our mind that, you know, something like this could happen. So yeah, that's my wrap for yesterday's game. Everyone, hope you enjoy for today's matches, and hope you enjoy my video today. See ya.